The number one question we always get is, how long is this gonna take? Because this is the worst moment in people's lives. They're getting a divorce. They want it to go quickly. They just want it to be done and over with and move on with their life. Unfortunately, between the attorney and us, we have to break it to them that this is not a week-long, month-long event. This can drag out, especially if you have kids involved or you have businesses involved or real estate. Things take time, and you just have to be patient with it. You hire your team, so trust that they're handling your case. How long can it last? It really depends on the court and what the valuation date is. So sometimes if they set a valuation date in the future, you've got to wait for that date to pass, depending on where you're at. And then it usually takes, even from our standpoint, just to get the valuation done, 3 to 4 months, because you got to get records, you got to get everything else going on. And then it has to go back to the attorney and their strategy and things that go on. So usually when you have a business involved, you're probably at least looking 6 months to a year before you're going to see anything coming close to ending. We usually will come in and say, once we get documents, this is how long it usually takes. If we have follow-up questions, it could take even more time. And it depends what we get. If we're coming in on the business owner side, things move faster because they're willing to give us and talk to us about anything because it's their business. If we're coming in on the spouse side that's not involved in the business, that takes more time because there's the back and forth between attorneys, and we've got to rely on the attorneys to get our information. What can slow it down is the court system. You're always at the mercy of timing and scheduling. The judges are in court back to back to back. They've got a busy schedule. So you've got to find a time where your attorneys can meet with the judge and the judge has time. I equate it to parents trying to manage all their kids' sporting events, trying to find who can go where at what time, and that can delay it as well, where you may not get back to court for another 3 months because that's the time that meets for everybody. So you're truly at the mercy of the court system and scheduling.